A strange thing happened at a meetup yesterday, and I felt like I needed to talk about it. If you're not familiar with meetups, maybe they're not organized or offered in your area. They are opportunities for people to gather around a subject or an area of interest. For example, some are cyclists, they go for rides together. Some are hikers. Some socialize at a bar. Some get together to go see a movie. And some, to be honest, I've seen it happen, they go for the pickups. Anyways, I used to attend one in which we discussed news and politics. It was fun while it lasted. And I'm still a member of Meetup, so I get notices each week about scheduled local events for that week. But I never go because I never find anything that really interests me. However, I saw one announcement a couple weeks ago that was a meeting of people who read self-help books. Now, I'm not a reader of such books. I prefer books about politics, such as the latest tell-alls of the chaos in the White House. I'm thinking of Michael Wolff's new book, Siege, Trump Under Fire, which I'm reading now. The book the Meetup was planning to discuss was the I Ching. Now, I know the I Ching, which is considered by many to be an oracle. And by the way, I asked some Chinese people, it's I Ching, not I Ching, but that's not really all that important. It comes out of ancient China. Early versions of it go back some 3,000 years. For one of these kitchen vlogs, I actually did a demonstration of consulting the oracle. It's not a book of divination used to foretell the future. Instead, you consult it about something in the present, maybe a turmoil you're working through, something that's weighing upon your mind, or a difficult decision you're struggling with. The I Ching might provide some insight or perspective, something you hadn't thought about before, but which sheds more useful light on the subject. It might give you a different way of thinking about something, another way of looking at it. I like the I Ching, but I don't let it govern my life because I don't believe in it that much. I'm more of a physics kind of guy rather than a psychic kind of guy. The greatest force that has influence on my life is the force of gravity, right? Physics. But I do recognize the value of added perspective, that sometimes it does help to look at something in a different way that maybe we hadn't thought about before, right? Now, I wondered about this meetup. So I asked the I Ching and came up with hexagram 46. This is about rising upward through effort. It uses the illustration of a plant, such as a tree, pushing up through the soil to meet the sky, rather than, say, passive rising, like of a bubble rising through water. The bubble isn't pushing itself up. Gravity is doing its thing, right? But the impression I got from my reading was that I should make the effort to attend this meeting and all would go well. So I went. Now, even if it had told me not to go, I would have gone because I was curious what they would say about the book. Well, there were 9 of us there, and it turned out I was the only one with any familiarity of the I Ching. I've been consulting the oracle on and off since my college days, and I told them that, so they figured I was the person with experience, like I was the authority, and I told them, no, I'm not. I don't even believe in it. I just know how to go about doing it. And I brought with me, we all brought books, but this was their first exposure to the oracle. I had with me my coins and my stocks, so they asked me to do a demonstration on how to consult the book. They said, can you do a reading for us? Okay. I agreed, could be fun, why not? But I needed a question, something general that would fit the group as a whole rather than, say, one person's personal issue. So they suggested I ask the I Ching to provide some insight about this gathering, this meeting, to discuss the book. I used the yarrow stalk method. Actually, I use bamboo skewers, but they work equally well. I actually did that earlier in that kitchen vlog video where I demonstrated how to consult the I Ching. Now, this is the really strange part. Oddly, the answer that came up in that meeting was the same one I received days earlier when I consulted the book about that meeting. Hexagram 46. It came up again. And I told the group about my earlier question and how odd it was that this answer would be the same. You see, there are 64 possible hexagrams, so the odds of getting any one answer is 1 in 64. Okay, it's not like 1 in a million, but it still struck me as peculiar. I had never seen anything like that before. Now, I will say this. I do believe firmly that there is no special meaning in coincidence. For me, coincidence is simply or mostly random happenstance, not synchronicity. I say mostly because sometimes we influence our own coincidences, or something we might perceive as a coincidence might actually be caused by, say, our relationship to others or to external events. Anyways, getting back to the meeting, to this meetup, it was really fun. We had a really good time. The discussion was lively because they really got into the consultation and the reading. They wanted to learn how to do it themselves. We talked about using coins. There's the 3-coin method as well as the 4-coin method. We demonstrated both. We compared what different versions of the book said about the same hexagram, because they all had books with them, but there was all these different variations. I used the Wilhelm variation. This is the Wilhelm translation. I like this one. Again, this is the one I've been using since my college days, this version. So as for the group, sadly, they meet only once a month. I'd like to meet every other week, but that's okay. The next meetup is about Robert Johnson's book, She, Understanding Feminine Psychology. It's an easy book, only 80 pages. And what I like about Johnson's psychology books, and I've discussed them before in other vlogs, is that he makes the subjects easy to grasp by illustrating them with familiar myths. In this book, he uses the mythic characters Psyche and Eros. I've read about a half a dozen of his books. As for Johnson, he was a Jungian analyst and author, and he lived to be 97 years old. He died last year, September 2018. So anyways, that's my kitchen vlog. That's what I wanted to talk about this time around. I don't know how entertaining you found that strange synchronicity, I'll call it, of getting that same character again. It was just so odd to see that come up a second time about the same meeting. But that's my vlog this time around. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Click the like button, and thanks for watching.